Find the equation of a circle whose center is 3, -1 and which cuts off a chord of length 6 units on the line 2x minus 5y plus 18 equals to 0. Pause the video, try drawing the figure of this and then try to solve it. Okay, let's do this together. We have a circle whose center is 3, -1 and there's the line 2x minus 5y plus 18 equals to 0. This is the line. This line cuts off a chord of length 6 units. So this means this length is 6 units. What we need is the equation of the circle. And for that, we need the radius. Once we have the center and the radius, we can figure out the equation. Now, how do we figure out the radius? Let's draw perpendicular from the center to this chord. This perpendicular bisects this chord. Now let's draw this length as well. This becomes the radius. So if this bisects the chord, this length becomes 3 units. Now in this right angle triangle, we need the hypotenuse. That's the radius of the circle. For that, we need this other length. And what's this length? This is the distance between this point and this line. So to figure out this length, we have to figure out the distance of 3, -1 from the given line, that's 2x minus 5y plus 18 equals to 0. And for that, we can apply the distance formula. Distance of a point alpha, beta from the line ax plus by plus c equals to 0. That's going to be a alpha plus b beta plus c mod of that divided by root of a square plus b square. So let's apply this formula. Let's plug in 3, -1 in this line. We have 2 times 3 minus 5 times -1 plus 18 mod of this divided by root of 2 square plus 5 square. This is the distance of this point from this line. Let's simplify this. This is 6 plus 5 plus 18 divided by root of 4 plus 25, that's 29. 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 18 is 29. So this is 29 by root 29. This becomes root 29. So now we know this length, that's root 29. Now we can get the hypotenuse. That's going to be root of root 29 square, that's 29, plus 3 square, that's 9. So that's 29 plus 9, that's 38. So radius of circle is root 38. Now we have all the missing pieces. We can get the equation. That's going to be x minus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals to r square. Since r is root 38, r square is going to be just 38. And this becomes the equation of our circle. Let's try one more. A circle is defined by the equation x plus 1 square plus y minus 2 square equals to 25. This time we're given the equation of the circle. We need to find the length of the chord intercepted by this circle on the line x minus y plus 5 equals to 0. Pause the video, try this out. Okay, let's try this together. We have the circle. The center of the circle is -1, 2. So this is -1, 2. The radius of the circle is 5. 25 is 5 squared. So the radius is 5. And there's a line x minus y plus 5 equals to 0. So this is the line. This line cuts through the circle. It makes this chord and we have to figure out the length of this chord. We can apply what we just used in reverse. This time we'll start with the hypotenuse and figure out the length of this chord. So let's do that. For that, we need the distance of this point from this line. So let's figure out the distance first. Distance of -1, 2, that's the center from the given line, x minus y plus 5 equals to 0. That's going to be mod of -1 minus 2 plus 5 mod of this divided by root of 1 square plus 1 square. This is 5 minus 3, that's 2. 2 by root 2, that's going to be root 2. So this length is going to be root 2. And we know this length, that's the radius. This is 5 units. Now in this right angle triangle, we can get this length. If we take this length as a, this is going to be root of 25 minus root 2 squared, that's 2. So 25 minus 2, that's going to be root of 23. So this length is root 23, that's half of the chord. So the length of chord is going to be twice of this, that's 2 times root of 23. One last problem. Find the equations of the line parallel to 3x plus 4y equals to 1, which cut off a chord of length 6 units from the circle x square plus y square minus 6x minus 2y minus 15 equals to 0. Now this is an interesting question. We have the equation of the circle. We know the length of the chord. This time we want to figure out the equation of the line. And we also know that this line is parallel to this given line 3x plus 4y equals to 1. Pause the video, try visualizing this. Okay. Now this is our circle and this is our given line 3x plus 4y equals to 1. Now if we try drawing parallel lines, this is a parallel line. Now if you try drawing parallel lines, at some point this parallel line will cut off an intercept of 6 units or a chord of length 6 units. What we need is the equation of that line. Now think about it. will there be one line or more? If there's going to be a line that cuts off an intercept of 6 units, there's definitely going to be another line on the other side of the circle. So if this cuts off an intercept of 6, for example, another line on this side will also cut off an intercept of 6 units. So this means we're going to get 2 lines. So let's draw 2 lines. These 2 lines, let's assume that they cut off an intercept of 6 units. And they both are parallel to this line 3x plus 4y equals to 1. What we need is the equation of these 2 lines. How do we do this? Let's first join a few points and draw some triangles. If we draw the perpendicular from this point to this line, we get this. If we join this, we get the radius. What are the lengths that we know? We know that this length is 3 because the intercept is of length 6. Half of that is going to be 3. What else do we know? Do we know the radius? Yes. This is the standard equation of a circle. The radius is going to be g square plus f square minus c square root of this. So this is root of 3 square plus 1 square plus 15. This is 9 plus 1, 10 plus 15 is 25. Root of that is going to be 5. So we get the radius of circle is 5 units. And in this right angle triangle, if this is 5, this is 3, this is going to be 4. So now we know the distance between this point and the line that we want to figure out. That's 4 units. This point is the center. That's going to be minus g comma minus f. That's 3 comma 1. So the center is 3 comma 1. And the distance of the line that we want to figure out from this center is 4 units. Let's assume that this line is 3x plus 4y plus c equals to 0. If we change the constant, we get a parallel line. 3x plus 4y equals to 1, 3x plus 4y plus c equals to 0. And now let's find the distance of this line from this point. We'll equate this to 4 to find the value of c. Distance of 3 comma 1 from this line is 4 units. So let's apply the formula. We have 3 times 3 plus 4 times 1 plus c mod of this divided by root of 3 square plus 4 square. That's equal to 4. Let's simplify. 9 plus 4, 13 plus c. So that's mod of 13 plus c equals to 4 times. This is 25. Root of that is 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. So mod of 13 plus c is 20. This means either that's 20 or minus 20. This gives c equals to 7 and this gives c equals to minus 33. So we have the value for c for both of these lines. If you plug them back, we get the equation of both of these lines. The first one is 3x plus 4y plus 7 equals to 0. And the other one is 3x plus 4y minus 33 equal to 0. These two lines are parallel to 3x plus 4y equals to 1. And both of them cut off a length of 6 units from this given circle.